Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Speaker, yesterday members of this House learned that more than 500 workers at the London Kellogg's plant are losing their jobs. As the Premier knows, these are good-paying jobs, family-supporting jobs, the kind of jobs that generate tax revenues, that pay for the kids, the mortgage, the car, and all the other expenses of daily life. Workers at Kellogg's are devastated by this news and understandably angry when they see their plant shutting down. What they want to know, what my community wants to know, is did this government take any action at all to prevent the closure of the Kellogg plant and protect good jobs in London?
Thank you, Premier.
Minister of Economic Development, Trade and Employment.
The Minister of Economic Development, Trade and Employment.
Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate the question being asked, and I understand the anger and frustration of the employees and the community in London over this decision, a very regrettable business decision, and of course, almost the worst part, I think, is the timing of it so close before the holiday season. And so our number one concern as a government, and mine as the minister responsible, is for the employees that unfortunately received this very bad news about the upcoming closure over the course of the next year. And so, in fact, we've reached out to the community. I spoke with the Mayor of London actually just several minutes ago prior to question period to offer my support so we can make sure that we're providing every support. The Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities, as well as providing through their usual supports all facilities, all supports available to support the employees and their families and the communities at this very difficult time.
Thank you. Supplementary, the member from London Fanshawe.
Premier, too many companies are shutting down in southwestern Ontario. In the last several weeks, we have lost more than 1,000 manufacturing jobs under this government's watch. The Premier said she expected these closures. She said it would be unrealistic not to have these closures and some negative impact. Now in London, more than 500 families will be losing their jobs. This will have a devastating impact in our local economy and in our community. What is the Premier's plan to stop the jobs from bleeding away from southwestern Ontario?
Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that last month the job numbers recently came out, and they demonstrated that last month alone we created more than 12,000 jobs in manufacturing alone, many of those in southwestern Ontario. And I want to also reiterate that there are important investments that are happening in London, in the London area. And I want to indicate that the unemployment rate in London, fortunately, where we saw it back in March, Mr. Speaker, the unemployment rate was more than 9%. It's come down in the last month to 7.5%. And that's a very important development. And in fact, over the last year in London, 3,000 new manufacturing jobs, according to Statistics Canada, have been created in London, in the London area alone. So we are making progress. It is a very difficult time, and I don't want to underestimate the particular importance and the very great disappointment I have in this government personally for the developments at Kellogg's. That's never good news for anybody or their families or communities important to London, and I'm certainly going to work hard in the months ahead to see what we can do further.